Are you or someone you know in one of those dark night of the soul times we have on earth? I thought I would gift you something today that I find so helpful, and I've brought you out to the forest with me, so I think I'm lucky in life that I had to have access to nature not far from my house. I've got my beautiful horse Tavy having a little ride, and I've got Leela down the back there. And I wanted to share you this passage from a book called Feminine Genius by Liana Silver. I heard Liana read this out on a Sounds True podcast with Tammy Simon years ago, and I was driving at the time, and the tears started coming, and then the tears really started to come, and I had to pull over so I could just properly listen. And this passage I've sent to so many friends, so many clients over the years. When that dark night of the soul arrives, I use it myself. I've had a real doozy of a couple of years, and had probably my biggest one on earth. I think we're all going to have them. We're going to go there and get taken there from different ways. But it's ignorant to think we're not going to have them on earth. And we just need a really freaking huge toolbox for when they arrive. Anyway, this passage by Liana Silver, this isn't my writing. I want to read it to you. So if you're in that place now, I want you perhaps to close your eyes, or just look at Tavy or the trees behind, or hear the sounds. You might like the words that come. Maybe save this for when those times come bite you on the ass like they do. This beautiful Leela, come in. Hey Leela, come here. Hi darling. Oh, friends. So, if you're in the dark night of the soul right now, so if, my friend, you are mid-spiral right now, on your way down, or all the way down, know that the dark place you are in, where it seems that God herself has forsaken you, I have been there. I may be there again, and I am listening. Even if I never get to meet you, I will meet you here. Because the dark is a place where I made my home and found my home. I can go there with you now, anytime. I can sit with you, and you'll feel the metronome of my heart beating with yours. We can burn together. I know how to burn with you, yet not go down in flames. I'm educated in ways of the dark. I made it out alive, and you will too. And not just alive, but alive, rebirthed. The parts of you dying in there, you don't need them anymore. Not where you are going. If you are there right now, I know that you can barely hear me. I know sound is muffled, and anything that tastes remotely of platitude, you will spit out at once. But hear this. Where you are is not a mistake. You are in the forge. The goddess of holy blacksmithery knows what the hell she is doing. I myself have no map or script or blueprint to give you, but you'll make your way through. But don't worry about that now. It might sound like bullshit. Just put one foot in front of the other, breathe in and breathe out, just like Tavy is doing right now. Again and again and again. Don't even try to imagine the sacred yet. I will not try to convince you that there's any sacred left in your life. Just give me your hand and take one more step with me, and then one more. I know that where we are going is all worth it, but you don't have to believe me. All you have to do is trust me. You don't even have to trust me. Just stay with me. Oh. Stay with me here. I know you want to go. I know you want it to end. And I know that things that would ordinarily horrify you are starting to sound good right about now, if they would just make the burning stop. I know you wonder if you are crazy, if this is what it feels like when a mind turns itself inside out, shakes itself of its contents, and returns to the wild. Stay with me here. Let me show you what can help. Let me show you where the cracks are in the fortress without cracks. Let me show you the rungs on the ladder out of the cesspool you are submerged in. Let me straighten the crown on your head as you dodge arrows flying at you from your own mouth. Stay with me here. Keep reading, or for you, keep listening, keep feeling. There'll be at least one good, true, and useful thing you'll find here that will work for you. Let me show you how to use pain as a life raft. Let me show you the wisdom of what feels insanely hard. Let me show you how to let your isolation drag you into the arms of the beloved. Apprenticing to the Queen of the Dark brings fresh humility to your heart. She will renew your confidence in your body, your desires, and your inner voice. Hanging out with the shadows where the maps have all been torn up and the signposts have all been torn down, letting the wisdom contained within every terrible thing show itself to you, allows you to chart a way through. In the dark night of the soul, you look out over your scorched earth, recognizing nothing, hearing only the loud absence of all you have held close. Let me show you how this is indeed a blessing of the highest order. Let me show you what the fuck to do when you go down into the dark night in the death, rebirth cycle. Stay with me here. Let me show you how to grab another and another and another pearl out of the underworld and return to this world alive. You are in a holy place, even though it feels like hell. This is the aspect where your genius is born from. So once again, not my words, from the beautiful book Feminine Genius, the provocative path to waking up and turning on the wisdom of being a woman. I hope you got something from that. It never ceases to give me faith and trust that there is a divine plan in the shit show that often unfolds for us. I've come out of that place myself, stronger, more connected, and probably more embodied than I've ever been now at 51 after my recent visit there. So breathe and breathe and breathe. Move your body. Find what brings you medicine in good ways. It's usually the simple things: nature, sunlight, animals, delicious food, good people. You don't have to do the big stuff alone. Find your support. And if you can just do one thing, go to nature. Go breathe some air outside. And come back. Come back to this video when you need.